Hey guys, Ghost Milsim here. We're going to dive right into this gameplay video at Op 31 Airsoft in Punta Gorda, Florida. As this clip begins, you can see some of the fantastic weather conditions we get to deal with in Florida sometimes. My scope cam fogged up almost immediately because of the heavy rain, so sadly this video is a little light on scope cam footage, but I've got around 10 people that day, plus at least a triple kill with my new Taginn launcher. But more on that in a bit. In this footage, I'm using my primary, which is a G&G GR25 designated marksman rifle, so I've got a 50-foot MED, which is going to come into play here in just a moment. I'm trying to push up along the edge of the field, but the enemy had the same idea that I did. When I see them, they are too close for my DMR, so I have to try something else.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yep, they were definitely not expecting a grenade. I think I must have thrown it a little bit too short, though. Now I draw my sidearm, a suppressed Tokyo Marine Mark 23. This was incredibly frustrating. I'm fighting off 3 enemies with a pistol, and these dead teammates are crashing through the trees and shooting their guns right next to me, which is why I asked them to stop, but by that point it's too late.
I'm not fighting through them, just go. Yeah.
I could have easily held those guys off for much longer, or even won the engagement, but I allowed myself to become distracted by teammates who weren't thinking about what they were doing. It was a really good play by that enemy, and I appreciate him not unloading on me that close.
Go.
After the rain stopped, the big game of the day began. We started by taking a large force to the same fence line where I had died early in the day.
Keep going, don't stop, keep going. See what contacts come up on the trail. Tree's blocking right now with his feet. I see his feet. Yep, I see the face. Yeah. Alright, there's no way they're in range. There's no way we're in range. Oh, there they are. I can't see my babies.
It quickly became obvious that we were not going to be able to push forward that way. The enemies were right there waiting for us. I took one rifleman and dropped back a few feet and headed into the woods parallel with the edge of the field. We were going to give our teammates a chance to push forward by eliminating the flankers that were hitting them from their 10 o'clock, which would be our 12 o'clock.
Continue.
Jumping forward a few minutes, we have been pushed back all the way to our spawn. The enemy repeatedly advances right up to the walls of our compound, shooting into us as we're trying to get organized to come back in the game. The admins don't really seem to be doing a whole lot about it. Our spawn is under nearly constant attack for the next hour. It is at this point I decide to climb up to the 3rd story of the tower to better engage the enemies surrounding us. From this position I have a good field of fire, and I can call out enemy positions to my teammates below.
Hey, we got one at 4 o'clock! Behind the barricade! All right, one down at 12 o'clock.
Hey guys, so I'll pull through here. I'm going to close this trap door.
Yeah, just go straight, you're good.
I know it's really hard to see in this footage, but we are almost
12,
completely surrounded.
12.
I see a decent-sized group of enemies through the scope of my rifle back in the tree line, but I cannot reach them with the rifle. I recently purchased a Taginn launcher and decided it'd be a great opportunity to take my first shot with it. I load in a Fate round and I choose my moment. Fate rounds will go off on impact if they hit a hard surface, but they also have a 4.5 second fuse.
I think it's time for a tag round.
Fingers crossed.
3 down. Ronan, can you get him? Please tell me that was you.
Yep.
Thank God. Hey, we clear of him with the front? Yeah, I got him at base for now. Thank you.
That was awesome. You could probably hear how excited some of my teammates were.
Okay, we got one moving behind the pallets. He's probably medicing that guy.
At this point, I've been up in the tower for quite a while, and we have pushed the enemy team back from our base. I grab another rifleman and we head out towards the other end of the field so that we can outflank the enemy team defending their base. Crossing here could be dangerous. There's almost no cover at all, and there's a long sight line that leads back to the enemy base.
I'm thinking we work our way around.
And then into...
Mm-hmm.
We can go down the street?
Yeah, we just can't shoot when we're in the street. So what we're going to do, we're just going to go back that way, cut through, and that way. I've been along the fence line. All right? All the way back. Watch out for ambush.
I'm confident there are no enemies on this side of the road because it's far from the contested ground between the two bases, and the road itself is a convenient psychological barrier that players can mistake for the field edge. We still have to proceed cautiously on the off chance that one lone player could be waiting to ambush us.
I really don't think there's anybody here, but we need to act like there is, alright?
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
So they're going to be to our 12. And our... They're going to be past the woods, probably. So our...
I notice a dead enemy coming down the road, and I try to get the rifleman to hide because if the enemy sees us, he'll figure out what we're trying to do, alert his team, and most likely come back to kill us. It doesn't work this time, and he spots us.
Push across the street.
Curl up.
Go straight forward if you can.
At this point, we've crossed the road and the enemy base is at our 10 o'clock. Our own forces are at 1 and 2 o'clock, so we have to not only avoid the enemy forces shooting us, but also our own team, so we proceed very cautiously.
Those are our guys on our right.
And there's the dead guy with his friend shooting me in the back. I knew it was coming, and I don't know why I wasn't looking for it, but I definitely should have been. Anyway, it was a great game, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to be posting more content on a regular basis, especially these Milsim games that are coming up in September. Stay tuned for more content, and this is Ghost Milsim signing off.